So, yeah, if you don't see this, like, easily missable dark spot and you don't look into it, you can't advance. You'll be in this hallway forever. But yeah, welcome anybody just joining the stream. I'm doing a full detailed Easter egg run of Silent Hills. Hopefully you're having a good night, get some popcorn, and hopefully you like some scares because this game has plenty of them. Now it says no turning back now. Alright, so from this point on, you know that you've completed the puzzle because the double speed's gone and all the effects are gone. You walk at normal speed. There's a very easily missable, really cool Easter egg right here. Soon as you turn this corner, go inside the bathroom, and you get this really cool dialogue from the baby. Here you go. I'll let it play.
She had to get a part-time job working a grocery store cash register. Only reason she could earn a wage at all is the manager liked how she looked in a skirt. You remember, right? Exactly 10 months back.
Okay, now, that dialogue, this is also the room where the scratches are less prevalent than in any other part of the game, only this bathroom. And you can see the Norman Reedus character model way better than you could in the other bathroom. Like, it's like they wanted you to see it. Like, if you move back and forth, you can see the Norman Reedus character model, like, way more than you could in the other bathroom. You can still like kind of make out who it is, especially if you move like this section right here. So you can actually see the face. It's in all of the other bathrooms. It's completely scratched out. Like you can't see anything. But here you can see it a lot better. So this is kind of the first hint without beating the game. Also, that dialogue that he just said, it's really interesting because he says something along the lines of how Lisa needed to get another job at some point once the husband lost his job. And he says something along the lines of the only reason she got hired was because the manager how she looked in a skirt. And he's like, you remember, right? Exactly 10 months back. And what a lot of people, this is all speculation, but what a lot of people are speculating that dialogue means is because he brings up the manager and he brings up 10 months. So a lot of people are implying that wasn't the husband's actual biological child. They're saying that Lisa may have had an affair with the store manager because he found her attractive. Maybe she wanted to keep her job because they knew that they were short on money because the husband had lost the money. And they're saying that Lisa may have gotten pregnant, and this is actually the store manager and Lisa's child rather than the husband and Lisa's child. So that would actually fit into why Lisa is trying to kill this Norman Reedus character. Because a lot of people are speculating that the Norman Reedus character is actually like a spiritual successor to the kid that was killed in the murder. And I'll explain that at the ending dialogue, because there's a lot of stuff that points in that direction. But yeah, because people wonder why the baby would bring up that it was exactly 10 months. So they're saying that she worked there for a month, and then 9 months to become pregnant, and just as when she was about to give birth to the kid is when the husband maybe found out, maybe he lost it, and that might be his motive as to why he killed the unborn child and his wife. Like I said, that's all speculation, but that dialogue kind of ties into what that could have meant. It seems like a bunch of random stuff put together, but it fits together pretty well. So that's what a lot of people believe about that particular cutscene. Yeah, Soviet. That shit right here is how you know that this is a fucking Hideo Kojima game, because he puts so much attention to detail on everything. Every single thing means so much. Like, there is no detail that isn't there for a purpose. Like I was saying, like, the fact that you can see all the pills and bottles. Like, you can see, it's like, even though the crime has already occurred, and it's just like this spooky, like, ghost story of a tale, you can piece together what happened just by looking at the evidence around you. Like, you can see the house wasn't right. the father lost his job. Like, imagine the mind of the father. Like, it just seems like a story of, like, a serial killer, like a father going crazy and killing his wife and unborn child. But you dive deeper below the surface, and you start to see a lot of, like, irregularities in the story. Like, okay, the father lost his job. Maybe he got depressed. You can see a lot of pills. Maybe they were antidepressants. Maybe the pills messed up his mind. You can see alcohol. Alcohol and antidepressants, you know, they don't mix too well. Then imagine him, he's lost his job. You know, his wife is now working. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, Soviet. You can see, like, he's lost his job. He's seeing that his wife now has to work while he stays at home, so he's feeling guilty. You can tell that this is takes place not in modern times, because you can tell the way that they look. You know, you can tell that this is not. They have a corded phone. Like, their phone has a cord. Like, you can tell that this is back in the day. So you can tell that at this point in time, you know, the fact that his wife has to work, that's weighing on him. He's taking antidepressants. He's drinking a lot. And then after all that, like, he finds out that his son, who's about to be born, might not be his, and it might be the manager's son. And it's like, he's like, holy shit, my wife would have never had an affair. She would have never had a child with the manager if I didn't lose my job. And he feels all this guilt. And maybe that's what he means when he writes, Lisa, forgive me, there's a monster inside of me. That could be his, like, mental illness, his mental disorder. He just snaps and ends up killing the child who he sees as an embodiment of, like, his wife's betrayal to him. And he ends up dying that way. And then the wife, maybe having lingering regrets, haunts this house because she doesn't want to leave, because she also feels guilt at driving her husband insane. So the Martian 219, sorry dude, I don't know why I can't read right now. The Martian 219, thanks for joining the stream, dude. I definitely appreciate you stopping by. I'm glad that you enjoy the lore, you enjoy all of the deep discussion about this game, the Easter eggs. Feel free to drop a follow, dude. I love talking about this game more, and not just this game, but, like, I do love survival horror games in general. I love taking the games and delving deeper into them. Also, with Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain, which is also made by the same guy who made this, there's a lot of attention to detail, conspiracies, and Easter eggs with that. So if you really like it, feel free. It's all in the information description. If you look at the information description, there's a link to our YouTube channel. I do not have any Silent Hill videos, but if you want, dude, I will take this stream and I will upload it to YouTube. I can take this stream and upload it to YouTube for you if you want me to. You just let me know. I can have that uploaded and archived for you tomorrow. But yeah, our YouTube is all linked in the description. Just click the picture of our YouTube and it'll send you right to our link. But there is no Silent Hills highlights up yet. But if you want this stream to be up there, I can archive this stream on YouTube for you. But yeah, feel free to drop a follow, dude. I'd love to have you back for more streams. I'm glad that you like this stuff. If you have any questions, though, feel free to answer, dude. 110%. Okay, so this part, you know, since this game won't come out, fuck it. This is the reason behind the game, the Illuminati. This is weird because this part of the game, this is where Kojima really tries to throw a troll at you. And, like, people are like, why? This is the last area of the game. Nuka Kawasaki, thank you for joining the stream, dude. Totally appreciate it. I'm glad. I do have so much legitimate passion and love for this game and for Kojima, his attention to detail himself. Like, it pains me that a lot of people play this game and they just see it for the surface. It's just like, they're like, oh, it's just a survival horror jump scare game. But it's so much more than that. At the surface, it's a scary game. But you dive deeper down and you start to see pieces of what Kojima left. And, like, he made this, and there is nothing that he didn't put there that does not have a meaning. Yeah. There's nothing in there that does not have a meaning, and I love that about him. I love that about his games. The puzzle pieces, everything. I love how he gives you the pieces, and he challenges the player. He's like, I've given you the pieces, you put them together. Where most survival horror games, like, you play the game and everything's kind of like spoon-fed to you. Like, you're confused, and then there's a big plot twist or revelation, and everything is laid out clean and neat for you. Whereas Kojima, when he makes his games, you can complete the game and you can get somewhat of a conclusion to it. However, he leaves these pieces for you, and he's like, I will not put them together for you. He's like, I have them all there, but you put them together as the player. It gives like an extra incentive to everybody playing this, and I really like that. Going back to what I was saying about this room, Kojima makes this part of the game, he sets this up to have the player believe that this is the end of the game. He makes you believe that this is the end. And why does he do that? Or why do I think that? Because this game is all about looping through. When you loop through and you start the same hallway over and over again, and you're kind of trapped in this endless loop. So, and it's like, as you progress, it gets darker and darker. The lights start to go off, the darkness starts to set upon everything. Yeah, right, Soviet. That's exactly kind of what Kojima's saying, but he's like nicer about it. So, at the end of this loop, the hallway is completely bright. Every single light is turned on. Everything, with the lamp, every single light is turned on. And the door's closed, and there's nothing you can do. You're at the end. And you can start to see the game like go through these glitches. The game glitches, and it ends with 204863. Okay? And that repeats until the game does a pretend crash. The game pretends it's a crash, and you start from the beginning. So people are like, oh, all the lights are on, the loop is closed, and the game resets. That's the end of the game. A lot of people leave the game, but Kojima is like, no, there's more. There's still more. The loop isn't done yet. The loop's not done until you escape from it. It's not just a dead end. It's actually breaking free from everything. Dude, Kawasaki, 110%, dude. I agree. People take all of his games at face value, and they're always usually good at face value. Like, this is an awesome survival horror game. Metal Gear is an awesome stealth game. But you're not giving it enough credit if you don't dive deeper into the game. Like, here's the fake crash of the game, and the game resets. However, a big clue that the game didn't really reset is because when the game really starts for the first time, there's a big cockroach that crawls across the floor. Every time you restart the game, that cockroach is there every single time. However, because it plays this again, it makes you feel like the game started over from the beginning. But when you start, the cockroach, I believe the cockroach is not there. It might be, but I don't think it is. I'm gonna yeah, see? Okay. The cockroach isn't there. Everything else is the same, but that cockroach is not there. Because if the game really did restart, it would be there, because that is the start of the game. So that's a big clue. Also, the bag will not talk. The bag only talks once you get jump scare killed for the first time. But the screen will be blue. It was black this time. Yeah, also, the screen, when the game does its fake crash glitch, the screen will crash and it will turn it into a variant of colors. There's yellow, blue, red, white, gray, and black. There's 6 different colors, and it's completely RNG based. There's nothing you can do to trigger any of the colors. However, like, every single screen has different words on it, and all of those words are in different languages. And I don't remember off the top of my head, but if you did a quick Google search, people have deciphered and translated what each of the screens mean, and those go off into different things based on what the story could be as well. Also, one of the big theories as to why people are going crazy and murdering people in this game, other than just the father and the depression, is because they believe that maybe there's some pharmaceutical drug, like the pills, that could be causing this. Because why would there be a string of murders that have so many of the same coincidences about them? And there's a plant, and I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce the name of the plant, but if you go onto the Botany Plant Database website, it's a government website where you can look at the list of all like known plants in the world. If you look up number 204863 in that encyclopedia of plants, there's the name of that plant. That's initials are PT, just like the trailer for the game. And that particular plant can cause hallucinogenic properties. So if you look up that plant number, the plant, people speculate that that plant might be used in the antidepressants that the father was taking. So some pharmaceutical company could have been using drugs that use this plant that's known to have hallucinogenic properties, and that might be a catalyst as to what's causing all these murders. That is also it's a gigantic like link that makes people believe that. Like, that is a way too big of a coincidence. Log Gambit. I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name right. Log Gambit. How many ways can you finish the game? That is a good question. I'm not going. I'll keep it on this. This is the thing. This is the last puzzle of the game. Once I open the door, this is the last puzzle before you advance and trigger the cutscene where it announces that this is a because prior to beating the game, there is no reason to believe that this is made by Hideo Kojima or Konami, because it's 778 Studios. There's a picture of a tree. That's also the thing. For the thumbnail, for PT, it's a tree stump in a forest, which a lot of people find strikingly weird because all of this teaser demo, none of it takes place outside. It's all inside. So it's like, why did Kojima decide to use a stump in the forest to show off this game? Like, that's what he like. If anybody can just do a quick Google search and look it up. I can't go back because it'll cancel. It'll cancel out. Hey, what's up, Drew? Thanks for joining the stream, dude. We're doing some detailed Silent Hills, some spooky Easter egg discussion. Only Kojima, it's a dream. However, as somebody who's played almost all of the Silent Hill series, well, the good games anyway, this game is nothing like the Silent Hill games. So I believe that because there's not a lot of copyrighted IPs, I believe that Kojima and Del Toro can still make this vision. They just have to use it under a different name. Under a different name, they can make the same exact vision that they wanted, and it'll be completely free of copyright. I believe that in our lifetime, we will get that Kojima, Del Toro, survival horror, the actual game. Because, think about it. This is a teaser demo that can easily be speedrun in 12 to 15 minutes. And look how many Easter eggs and details there are. Now, just imagine how deep this game could have been if it was a full $60 retail AAA game. Like, the level of detail and depth would have... It could have novels. It could have entire hours and hours of discussions. Like, this is a teaser demo, and there's already so much information about it that it's insane. It's amazing. So, what was I talking about? The last thing I was talking about was the plants. The 204863 in the botanal plant database is the hallucinogenic properties, which could have been causing all of the murders because they could have been linked to the antidepressants. There's still a question as to why only fathers were affected, because in all of the murder cases they were all fathers, and I'm not sure why that is. There could be a lot of things that I don't even know about, and the community doesn't even know about. Your mom's name's Hillary. But yeah. Oh, sorry. To answer that's I got off on a tangent. To answer your question, how many ways are there to beat this game? This last puzzle, to pretty much sum it up and not so I can move on. I'm just gonna explain this, run through it really quickly. To beat the game and to break the loop and to get to the trailer where it's announced that it's by Kojima, is you have to get the baby, the unborn murdered fetus. You have to get it to laugh 3 times. It has to laugh 3 times. The first one's easy. All you have to do is once you loop, you wait for the clock to strike midnight and the bells will chime. You take exactly 10 steps, stop, and the baby will laugh once. Now, the second laugh is the hardest because still to this day, there's no 100% surefire way to get it to happen right away. However, the easiest way to get the baby to laugh is to blast music, or it's really any sound, any loud sound. People have used the Metal Gear sound. People have used Kojima's voice. People have used music. People have talked. Any kind of sound will eventually trigger the second baby to laugh. Then the next one is you have to stand completely still. Your controller will then vibrate for a couple seconds. If you move or hit any buttons when the controller vibrates, it cancels everything. You have to loop and do all of the baby laughs over again. But if you stand still and don't touch anything while the controller vibrates, the baby will laugh a third time, the phone will ring, and you'll have completed the game, and it'll trigger the end game cutscene. And that is the very detailed, very convoluted solution to this last puzzle. However, before that, I'm going to show you guys some more Easter eggs in this last area. You go in here, you have the flashlight now, and this, from this point on, every time you loop, the clock will start at about 11:59. Once the clock strikes midnight is when you can then take the 10 steps to get the baby to laugh once. I think I'm still missing a piece or something here. One of them might be in the plant. One of them might be here. I'm still missing, a piece of the puzzle. I don't know why. I thought I had them all down. I got the one that was in the brain, which is the hardest one. And there's one by the teddy bear and shit. There we go. I'm still missing yet a... No, there we go. There's also like a... You already watched it, Drew? Yeah. There's another Easter egg where this one, it doesn't happen 100% of the time. It only happens about 30% of the time. If you look at this picture, when the clock strikes midnight, Lisa will actually spawn outside of the house in one of the windows. So I'm actually going to try it. Like I said, it's only a 30% chance. Like I would say a 1 in 3 times that will happen. And it only happens when you collect all of the puzzle pieces. It will never happen if you don't collect all the puzzle pieces. That's the thing, Log Gambit. People have completed this. People have completed this without sounds, but they don't know how. They really legitimately don't know how they did it. She might have, yeah, she didn't spawn there, so she might have spawned here. Yeah, she's right here. Yeah, it is possible without sounds, but people don't know how they do it. They just wander around until the baby laughs. Also, I did explain this earlier in the stream, but she can't jump scare kill you unless, because she spawns in the hallway at various points. And she can't jump scare kill you, which means she disappears and kills you unless she possesses your body. And you can see her wandering the hallways, but if you stay your distance, she can't jump into your body. She can jump into your body only if you get too close. Once she's jumped into your body, at any random point, she can then jump scare kill you. But if you get her to not possess you, you're fine, and you don't have to worry about being jump scare killed. So she didn't possess us, so we're fine. I'm actually going to loop through. There's another weird thing that people weren't able to really piece together or really make sense of, but every now and then randomly you'll get a different colored flashlight when you loop. Like I didn't this time, but like, oh, I did. I got a blue flashlight. And that's weird. I don't know what that means, and a lot of people don't know what that means. It has no bearing on completing the game, just like the puzzle pieces. But yeah, every now and then you'll get a random colored flashlight, and still to this day nobody knows what that means, like how that could bear into the story or anything. People just think it might have been Kojima's like red herrings, people trying to figure out the game. Can we just beat the game? I do have one more Easter egg to show you guys. This one also has really no meaning, and it's kind of random. However, like I said, you can loop through this area infinite amount of times until you beat the game. You can just keep looping forever. And it'll always be dark. It'll always be dark as shit in here. The blue flashlight's even worse because it casts even less light. However, this is a weird Easter egg that works 100% of the time. This light, you can get it to turn on in the next loop by doing something completely random. If you walk down the stairs backwards, you have to walk down the stairs backwards and look at the light. If you do that, the very next loop, that light will be turned on, and nobody knows why, but it will happen 100% of the time. Now I have the normal flashlight again, and as you can see, that only gets triggered if you walk down the stairs backwards. Nobody knows why. Right? I'm going to try to beat the game now. I'm gonna wait for midnight to strike, take the 10 steps, the baby will laugh, and then I pretty much just have to wander around and talk to you guys and talk to the chat until the second baby laughs. Then the game will be over. And we'll get to watch that last cutscene one more time. I'll probably end the stream there. But I just gotta wait for midnight to strike, then take the 10 steps. It's good though, because you get to see Lisa's character model better. Right here, I gotta take the 10 steps. I just gotta count it in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. The baby laughed once. I just gotta get the baby to laugh. I just gotta get the baby laugh one more time here. Is she here? Yeah, she's here again. As long as she doesn't possess you, she can't kill you. If I were to get closer or let her come close to me, she would come flying into the screen. This is another Easter egg that you guys can't really experience. But once she possesses you, I'm not going to let it happen because I actually die. Once she possesses you, if you're wearing a headset, you can actually hear her speak to you in the headset. Like, you can hear her voice talk to you in the headset. And that's something that only happens if you're wearing a gaming headset or headphones. So that's also another Easter egg, but you guys can't hear it. The audio would only play through the headset. So that's another cool Easter egg. Now, this is the most boring part of the playthrough because you literally, if you loop, you have to do everything again. So I just pretty much have to walk around and talk and wait for the baby to laugh. That's the only thing. Because my voice talking to you guys is triggering sounds, and sounds will always trigger the baby to laugh eventually. So, like I said, so this is the most boring part, unfortunately. So it's pretty much just like we play the waiting game here. It can take anywhere from 1 minute to about 5 minutes. So, of just wandering around. But once the baby does laugh, I can stand still, and the phone will ring, and it'll trigger the end of game cutscene. So, yeah, like I said, just bear with me right here. There's really nothing I can do. This is, like I said, there's really nothing I can do besides just wait. So. How can you make Lisa peer outside of the house and see you through the window? That's what I was talking about here. I'll do it until like the baby laughs. Like I said, there's only a 1 in 3 chance, but if you're looking at this picture when Lisa spawns, once all of the puzzle pieces are put together, there is a 1 in 3 chance that Lisa will spawn outside the window. If she spawns outside the window, no matter how close you get to her, she can't kill you. But like I said, it's a %. So if I wait here and wait for Lisa to spawn again, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it on stream, but I can hear it in my headset. When she starts to laugh is when she's spawned in the house. But I'm gonna keep talking. If the baby laughs first, I'm just gonna do that and then end the game. But if the baby doesn't laugh, I can get her to spawn outside the window. But like I said, it's only a 1 in 3 chance. But yeah, thank you guys all for joining the stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. There's so much to love about this game, and I could talk about it for hours. So if you like the content, feel free to drop a follow. I'll definitely stream this game more, and I'll do this with Metal Gear, and I'll do this with more horror games, especially like Outlast 2 or whatever coming out soon. So there's a lot of cool stuff. Okay, if she's not here, she'll be in the window. Okay, she might. Yep, there we go. It's a 1 in 3 chance. There she is. And this only happens if you get all of the puzzle pieces, and you have to look at the puzzle pieces when she spawns. Then she'll be there. Yeah, it's fucked up though. That's how you do it though. That's how you do it, Log Gambit. I'm glad you got to see that, dude. But like I said, it's only a 1 in 3 chance. But you just keep doing it. You can repeat it infinitely, and eventually you'll get it. Luckily, I got that on my first try. You're thinking of making your own Overwatch character in your brain? Andrew was actually supposed to stream Overwatch tonight. He said he was going to. He didn't promise anything, but he was going to stream Overwatch tonight, but he didn't. So I ended up just streaming this. So if any of you guys are scared by this game, blame Andrew. For you guys could be watching Overwatch right now, but I wanted to stream this instead. So if you guys are scared, he's the one to blame. I'm actually gonna loop through and do the thing over again. It's a lot harder with this light on to get the baby to laugh again. So, okay, thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed it, dude. I'm gonna loop again and then do the 2 baby laughs over again. So just bear with me, guys. But like I said, there we go. We got it. Thank you. As soon as I said that, now the controller's gonna vibrate and you cannot touch it. If you touch it at all, it cancels it and you have to do the whole thing over again. It's vibrating right now. Thank God. I was like, if I have to stand here any fucking longer and make you guys watch this, I was like, oh God. There we go. We're good. Baby will laugh again. Phone's gonna ring. And you answer it, and it triggers the final cutscene. You've been chosen.
You've been chosen.
And that that concludes my Silent Hills detailed run of all Easter eggs. I guess I technically didn't show you guys all of the colors of the flashlights, but there's only red, green, and blue. That's it. I got all the puzzle pieces, detailed analysis, some theories, and thank you. You guys should all pat yourselves on the back for watching and enjoying and listening to all of this. I appreciate it so much. Definitely, if you really liked this content, feel free to drop a follow. I would love to see all you guys in another stream sometime. There's so many other theories and things I could get into about this game and the Phantom Pain, but I think I'll save that for another day. I think I've elaborated enough on this short game for one day, but there's still more theories and more stuff to talk about, more details. I could show you guys what each of the translations of all of the words mean. I could get even deeper into that, but I think I'll save that for another stream. But for now, just sit back and watch this really cool trailer of what Silent Hills could have been. What it could have been. Maureen997, welcome to stream, dude. Why, man? What's that number? What's that number lead you to? Thanks, Kawasaki. GG. GG indeed. Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, like I said, the fact that this very short teaser demo that can easily be beaten in about 12 to 15 minutes, the fact that it had this long and this deep of like an analysis, it just makes me really wonder what the full game could have been. This game could have been so deep that I could have just exclusively streamed Silent Hills and just did nothing but theories and everything on this. Daryl. And it sucks because everybody involved is heartbroken. Like, Norman Reedus wanted to do this, Kojima wanted to do this, Del Toro wanted to do this, but I do believe, I believe that in our lifetime we will get this this game. Not Silent Hills, but we will get the horror game that Kojima envisioned with this this amount of detail. Yeah, for Konami indeed. But still, without Konami, Kojima can still make this game. He can do it. We just have to be patient and wait, and I'm sure that he will deliver. Especially if his horror game is VR, like, holy shit. Now this is a legitimate reset of the game. And how can you tell? Because of the cockroach. If you look at the beginning of the game, you'll see the cockroach crawl across the floor, and you know that this is legitimately the beginning of the loop again. The cockroach only appears at the beginning of the loop. Kojima tries to fake you out multiple times by resetting the game, but none of them are a true reset, except for when you see the bug crawl across the floor. And I'm sure that that had like some kind of deep, crazy meaning too. Also, now that the game's fully reset, if you try to look for the bag, you can't. You can see the edge of the table, but it's nothing but pure darkness. You cannot see the bag no matter what. So I think I'm going to leave it off there. Thank you to everybody who watched this stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. I love playing through the game. I love talking about these theories and these videos. I will probably have this stream. I'll cut out some of the time that was spent waiting and some of the BS. I will condense the stream into an archive, and I will have that on YouTube. So anybody in the stream, feel free to check out our YouTube. It's all in the information. Click the picture in the information section. It'll take us to our YouTube channel, where it's just all of our Twitch stream archives. And I will probably have this up at some time tomorrow. So if you guys wanted to rewatch this or anything, if there's anything you missed, if you guys missed the beginning of the stream, some of the other earlier Easter eggs, all that stuff will be up on YouTube tomorrow. So once again, thank you guys, and I hope you all